Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, everyone. As Dhul Hijjah is approaching and the Arafah day is approaching, in light of the story of Hajar, may Allah be pleased with her, I just want to remind everyone that just because you cannot find any action to do or any physical task that you could do towards achieving your du'as, does not mean that you do nothing. So if you look at the story of Hajar, she did not know what else to do. She left her child in the desert, and she kept running up and down the mountain 7 times. When she went up once, she saw there was no food, no help. Then she did not let that deter her from repeating the same effort over and over again for 7 times. And even that, just because she ran up and down 7 times, one could argue that what good did come out of that, because she did not find any water for every time that she went up and down those mountains. She did not, her efforts directly yielded no results. I repeat, her efforts directly yielded no results. However, because she so sincerely made the effort with complete trust in Allah, Allah, out of appreciation, gave her that water, and then later sent other people to settle in around her, the Zamzam water fountain, and habitats were built, etc. So just because you don't know what actions to take, or you don't know what you can do to achieve your du'as, does not mean you just sit down and do nothing. And if that means the only only actions you're able to do are making du'as, then make that this entire part of your life. So arrange your timetable, arrange your daily schedules accordingly, so you're able to sleep early and wake up for tahajjud and spend longer time in tahajjud making du'as to Allah than you would do otherwise. Work around your schedule, so you're not going out on Friday evenings, but you're staying home around that time to finish your du'as, because the time of du'as answered is also the time before Maghrib on Fridays, right? Work around your hydration, your diet, so you're able to fast 2 days of the week, Mondays and Thursdays, because the entire time the person is fasting throughout the day, their du'as are answered, including the time before iftar. So change your daily schedule, change your life, just so you can catch the times when du'as are answered, just so you can do these du'a hacks like reciting Baqarah every day. So just so you are able to, if you need to do ruqyas, you have time to do that. If you need to, if you have time to do adhkars, you will have time where you are able to have the 5 minutes after every azan to make your du'as. So when there is rain, you are able to make the du'as. So soak yourself into the mindset of making du'as, because if that is the only action that you are able to do, then you need to make that the focus of your life, right? Just how for someone who needs to pass an exam, they need to study and study and study, and that's all they need to do in order to pass. That's the action that they are able to take. So if for your particular situation there is no action that you're able to take within your circumstances, then show Allah that you are not just sitting there doing nothing and being lazy. The time that you would have used towards working towards your du'as, you're using the same time, not idly, but you're using it to ask Allah for help, right? So don't let the inability to take actions deter you from taking any actions, whatever that action might be. And remember, Hajar's actions did not make sense at that time. They did not directly yield any results, but because she sincerely took the action, that's why Allah showed her appreciation by giving her her dua. So take whatever action that you think you can take, whether it makes sense or not, whether it's reasonable or not, whether it is crazy or silly, doesn't matter. The only audience here that you're trying to please and receive judgment from is Allah. So don't let your head trick you into saying, oh, that's a stupid excuse, or that's a very silly thing to do. The only audience that you need to please Allah is Allah and not your head. I hope you find benefit in this. Assalamu alaikum.